myself. Okay, so we're going to do the testing this week. I will go over the procedures tomorrow. They're a little bit different than the first time you did a sample collection. The main difference is that you need a clean water bottle. How it does a water bottle, how do you determine if it's clean or not? If it's 100% sealed, it's clean. So what you need to get, if you don't have one already, you open it, you pour the water into a clean glass, you put the cap back on, and you just keep it. And you might want to write clean on here. If you have a water bottle that you drank out of, you contaminated it. But Miss Amelia, I can just wash it with soap. No, because you're using soap. And so the residue of soap might still be in there when we're doing the testing. So the best way, the for sure way, is to get a brand new water bottle. Open it, pour the water in a glass because it's clean water. You can drink it. You just can't drink it from the bottle. You got to drink it from a glass. So you pour it in there, you put the cap back on, and this is where you're going to, you have to pour all of it out. You have to pour all the water out. I need an empty, clean water bottle. You cannot drink the water straight, so it has to be completely clean. Washing it does not count. Has to be perfectly clean. Then you're going to pour in that sample collection into the water bottle like you did before. But before, I'm like, yeah, go ahead and use a recycled water bottle. It doesn't matter. You're going to throw it away. It's just practice. This time around, no. It has to be clean. We can't pick up any of your saliva, any of your dish soap, any of that, any of your tap water, none of that. So it has to be completely clean. Just pour out the water, put the cap back on. Okay, try not to touch any of the inside part of the water bottle. Tomorrow, I will give you directions of how to collect a sample. Again, it's basically the same other than the fact that you're using a brand new, clean, empty water bottle. Okay. And then I will tell you to either do the collection Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, but Friday in class, we're doing the testing. I'm going to tell you and show you and give you the directions on how to use this kit, what to test for. Some of them require you to test and to put the water in, put the tablet in, and then leave it for 24 hours. And you actually don't see the results until the next day. So we'll go in order. We'll let you know on Friday. We will go in great detail of how to use this. Okay. So that's for Friday. You're going to be collecting tomorrow after class or Thursday. So I'll give you 2 days to make sure you do the collection. Let your parents know that you're going to be doing the collection either tomorrow after school or during class, or on Thursday after school. Okay, so make sure you plan out, look at your schedule for as a family and be like, okay, what day can we go out, Wednesday or Thursday or Friday? Friday I want to test. So you're going to either do it on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday before school. I don't know. That's up to you, but let your parents know right now. Okay, not right now. Today that this needs to happen. Another announcement, super duper important, is that we have an on-site testing optional activity this Thursday. It's this Thursday. I introduced it to you last week because I know you were paying attention. You totally didn't ignore me when I said, hey, this is coming up this week. So Thursday, bring a friend. You get dropped off at school and we're going to be working together for like an hour. We're going to do more testing. So we're basically going to be doing the same test you're going to be doing at home, but at school with the storm drains at school. So you have the opportunity to test twice. We have kits in the classroom, basically the same kits that you'll be using on Thursday live with me. So if you're interested in that, it's going to be cool. It's going to be super like laid back, just testing, just kind of getting used to going back to school, at a school setting, working with others. It's a good little opportunity. So on-site testing optional activity Thursday at McFadden we have an optional opportunity to go on to McFadden and clean out a storm drain, catch drain, collect a sample, and test the sample. This activity is 100% optional. We'll follow the CDC guidelines, meaning we'll be wearing masks and socially distance, keeping social distance. It will take place on May 20th, which is this Thursday, from about 2:30 to 3:30-ish, you know. It's hard to say. It'll probably take like an hour and 15. If you're interested, please click on the link. It will send you to a Google form for you guys to fill out because I need to know who's coming, who's interested, and whatnot. So that is for this Thursday. So again, ask your parents if you haven't done so. Hey, can I participate in this? It's pretty cool. It's fun. It's different. All right. So we're on a virtual field trip again. Did you fill out your field trip form? You all have your parent permission slip for the field trip? We're going on a field trip. Okay. Good. Yes, I'm glad everybody filled out their permission slips. We're going to go all the way to New York. Hopefully you're okay with flying. You don't get airsick. There will be no meals provided on this 4-hour trip, but we're going to be landing in New York in a quick second. Yeah, I know. If you've never been to New York, I'm about to take you to New York. Yay. No meals. It's, you know, it's an airplane. No meals are ever provided now. Okay, so I'm going to show you a video. You're going to be transported to New York City, and it's going to talk about stormwater, and the effects of stormwater has on our cities, our waterways, our earth, basically. It talks about some of the pollutants that we're actually testing for. So that's pretty cool because it literally tells you, okay, so the nitrates, what does it do? And you're going to be testing for the nitrates and the phosphates. So it's pretty cool. You're going to be learning about these chemicals before we start testing them. You learned a little bit about them last week. The end of the year project that's going to be due, Diego, it's going to be due like the last week of school, Diego, is basically, here's like explained to you in a very simple manner. Obviously, I'll go into detail closer to the date, but in a very simple manner, at the end of this whole project, what you're going to do is you're going to come up with a solution to your storm drain problem. Miss O'Malley, there's no problem. Yes, there is, because when you test, you're going to be coming up with, you're going to, like, your chemicals are going to pop positive. You're going to pop positives for phosphate and nitrates and different things. So there is going to be a problem. You're going to find the problem on Friday. And then by the end of the school, you're going to come up with a solution for that problem. So at the end, like the very last day of school, for example, this project is due. You're gonna be basically creating a solution and or educating the population of the problem, okay? These videos, the reason I'm telling you about your end of the year project is because these videos also do provide you with possible solutions. Even though you don't know exactly what the problem is right now, some of you kind of have an idea what the problem is. This video does show you some solutions. So what you could do is start thinking like, oh, okay, so if I have a problem with nitrate, that means this is the path I need to take for a solution. If I have a problem with this, oh, this is a possible solution. Or this is how I can educate individuals, like the school, your community. So again, I'll go into greater detail what your final project is, but this video, as I was watching it with fifth period, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be perfect for their end of the year project. It's gonna give them some ideas. Okay, so I'm gonna show you 2 videos. One of the videos is like 30 minutes. It's the one I transport you to New York. For 30 minutes, we go on this field trip. On another day, I'm going to show you the field trip that takes you into how do you clean water, like the water that you flush the toilet with, the water that you shower with, the water that you wash your hands with, how that is cleaned. I didn't want to do that today. I don't want to scare you that much, but we'll watch that maybe next week. But today's field trip takes you to New York. Now, as you are on your field trip, Yes, of course, you will be filling out a form. Wouldn't be this class if you didn't have a form to fill out. So complete the form after you have watched the 2 videos. Answer each question with a complete sentence. Do not use the word it or they. How many times do I have to tell you not to use the word it or they? All right. So question number 1 through 6 is based on the first video. And then questions 7 through 12 are based on the second video. And oh no, Eric, it happens. It happens to me sometimes too. Don't worry. You can catch up to the announcements on the YouTube video. All right, so these questions repeat for the first video and the second video. So here are your basic 6 questions. Number 1, give a 3 to 5 sentence overview of the first field trip, the first video. So what was the first video about? So take some notes as you're watching. Number 2, what were some key takeaways or highlights? So what were like the best parts of the video? What did you go like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. What is something you would change about your field trip? I think I know what you would change from the field trip. What questions did you have that were answered, if any? Like as you're watching the video, did you come up with questions and then all of a sudden they answered it in the next segment? Maybe, maybe not. Do you have any questions at the end of the video? Did you end up with more questions at the end? Did you want to follow up with anything? The last question, do you think after the trip that you could teach someone else about the topic? So did you learn enough about the topic that's being presented in the video to present to someone else? Or are you like, I don't know what the video was all about. Well, tell me about that. And then I'll make you rewatch it. It's fine, not a big deal. Then question number 7 goes back to the first question. Give 3 to 5 sentence overview of the second field trip, the second video. The second video is like 6 minutes. It's really short compared to the first one. So again, you'll have a total of 12 questions. The first 6 and then the second 6 are exactly the same. One is for the first video, one is for the second video. You can open it and read the questions again while you're watching the video. The good thing is you have access to this Google Doc, which some of you are already there, right? You have access to the videos. So if you need to go back, watch the videos later, recap, fast forward, rewind, go back. I don't know, I missed this. I have to go back, watch it slowly, watch it on my own time. You have access to both of these videos, right? So there's no excuses. You're either going to watch them with me right now, or you're going to watch them a little bit later. And then you're going to fill out the quiz form, which is worth 30 points. And it is due today because we're watching the video. And then I'm going to give you some time at the end of the period to answer these questions. You can answer them as you go if you're able to do that. All right. They're pretty basic, simple questions, right? Your grades on Aries were updated 5th period. So if you turned in any work, I graded all of it and I uploaded to Aries. So Aries has your current work. There are some major assignments coming up that are worth a lot of points. So make sure that you are on it. You have your testing kit. And yeah, any questions? No? Let's go on this field trip. Let me just close this, close that. And then here. All right. So everybody buckle up. We're going to go on a plane. And in 30 seconds, we will be landing in New York.
I've been looking at mattresses online. The ones that come in a box.
I find it interesting that like at the beginning of all of this, I really thought like when it rained, it was a good thing. You know, it's like, hey, rain, it's going to clear out everything. It's going to clean everything. But in reality, you know, rain is good, you know, because we are in a drought. But then it also just like carries all these pollutants that we have left on the ground, on the grass, and it then carries it into the ocean. I don't know if you guys woke up early enough on like Sunday and Monday and looked outside or went outside because it was literally raining. Like it started raining overnight, and then if you woke up Sunday pretty early in the morning and actually went outside, literally it was like you were standing outside and it was raining. I mean, not big droplets, of course, but there was a lot of rain out there. Well, okay. As a Southern California person, it was a lot. If you live in a different state, it probably wasn't a lot. But us Californians think that's a lot. And what I noticed is that it was enough to like, wash the car, enough to have some stormwater runoff into the streets, enough to kind of somewhat go into your storm drains. So it's going to be very interesting when we collect the sample, because that sample is going to include a lot of the runoff that came into it to the storm drain. Maybe didn't go all the way into it because the rain that we saw Sunday and Monday kind of collected everything, but wasn't strong enough to just completely clear it out. I was driving by the channel by Thorne Park, and it seemed like it had a little bit more water. So if you live near a channel, check it out, especially because we did have some rain on Sunday and Monday. It'd be interesting to see, like, if you saw it before and now you see it again, do you see any difference in the amount of water in that channel? I'm pretty sure there is. Yes, it was sprinkling, but I'm going to call it rain. It was a part of me was like, should I wake all of my students up and make them go collect their sample today? Because there was, it depends on where you live, there was some runoff. And you know how the perfect collection is like when there's runoff, you don't want to collect water that's been like sitting there, standing water. That's not going to give you a good reading. You need water to be flowing. Hence, we give a bucket of water and we make it flow. But Sunday and Monday, especially Sunday, I think it was raining more than Monday. Oh, it would have been perfect-ish, sort of, to collect your sample. But I didn't want to wake you guys up, call everyone's home and be like, wake up, take a sample. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be that teacher. All right. So in that video, I know it was a lot, but they did present to you some possible solutions for reducing the stormwater straight into the drain. There are some places here that the water goes straight into the drain and straight into the river. There are other places around us that kind of treat the water. So it depends on where your drain is located. It'll be treated or it won't be treated. If you come to McFadden on Thursday, I'll show you a drain that is sent to a treatment facility, and I'll show you drains that go straight into the river. And yeah, and I feel like we've all been guilty of polluting, right? We've either all been guilty of, well, I'll show you the next video and then I'll go over what you're guilty of. All of us, not just you. Okay, second video is shorter. It's just, I think, like 5-6 minutes. And then the rest of the period, I'll give you time to complete the form. If it's too much, remember those videos are linked for you. You can watch them on your own time. Super interesting to see them, to realize like we're one of the main problems, right? But hopefully, after taking the class and hearing everything we've been learning this past couple of weeks, you realize like, wait, you can do your part. As small as you think it is, it will have an impact. And then you can also share with your family members like, hey, let's not wash the car. Let's go have it washed, or even like the gas stations, just because of all the runoff. Or like, hey, let's pull it up into the lawn. I'm not sure. Fertilizer, things like that. Or just when you go to the park or you go to the beach this summer, make sure you pick up all the trash. Some people will be like, oh, it's just a water bottle, whatever. Someone will pick it up. Well, how about you pick it up? Or like, oh, I'm eating an ice cream. I got the wood popsicle stick left. Oh, there's no trash. I'm just going to throw it on the ground. It's not going to make a difference. But yeah, it does make a difference, because if we all have that attitude, we're gonna have some issues. So, you start doing small things, and then your family members will look and be like, oh, what are you doing? And you explain to them like, this is going to help the environment. All of this ends up in our rivers and our oceans. Let's just all do our part. For those of you who like to fish, have you ever gone fishing? All this runoff, those fish eat it. It's no bueno, no bueno. So thank you. We can all do your part. And then, some of you are just like, I'm not interested in helping the environment. Okay, cool. Just pick up your trash. Like, that's your part. Like, if you don't want to do anything other than, dude, just pick up your trash. Like, it's your trash. Find it. Find a trash can. And if you can't find a trash can, then hold on to it until you find a trash can. What? How? What? Yeah. Simple. All right. So those are the 2 videos, kind of somewhat like wah, wah, wah. But we're having a great day, remember, we're having a great day. So you can fill out, we have about 10 minutes left in class, fill out the form. Again, the questions repeat. If you're just like, wait, that second video went too fast, or I missed part of it, or I zoned out, they're all linked here. You can always go back and look at the videos on your own time at your own pace. Reminder, tell your parents about Thursday. See if you guys are available Thursday to come on to McFadden and do some testing on site. I mean, if I were you, that sounds pretty cool. Don't lose all hope, Hannah. You're starting to sound like me. There's still some hope left, but we got to educate people. So remember, you can tell your parents about this awesome opportunity on site. We'll be doing some testing. So if you find this, testing something you want to do, like chemistry, you want to do it more than once, show up on Thursday, fill out the form, show up on Thursday. And then you can test more than once, and I don't mind testing like 5 different drains. If you're up for it, we can test all day. Yay. All right. So again, your assignment due today is the field trip review. After you watch the videos, or you watch them right now, you fill this out. It's a pretty easy assignment, not gonna lie. Some of the information in the video will help you do your final presentation. That's due at the end of the school year. More info to follow. Exciting times. All right.